Hi guys, welcome back to Glow by Sana. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button before we get into the video. Today I will be reviewing Huda Beauty's Over Concealer and the Bling Boss palette by Jacklynhill. Here on a Morphe's taper blending brush, I am applying the shade Hush Hush on my transition area. With more of a tapered brush, I am applying the shade Rockstar on top of that transition shade that I previously applied, and I'm just blending the two shades together. I have applied the tape already. As you can see, my eyes were prepped, my face was prepped because I really wanted to just concentrate on the eye look and the concealer itself. So yeah, I'm just blending the two shades together, and I'm trying to make a wing out of that second shade, as you can see in this clip. The third shade is Gem. It's a gorgeous purple violet shade, and I'm using Sigma Diffuse Blending Brush E38, and I'm just really concentrating on the outer V's of my eyes. And this shade is really blendable. As you can see, you can pick more and you can blend more. It's a really pigmented shade and it's gorgeous. All that purple towards the inner corner of the eyes is going to be hidden away because I'm cutting my crease using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Also, my most favorite brush for this step is by Sigma. It's the cut crease brush, and I'm just cutting my crease here. So I first went in with the brush to apply this beautiful shade Bling Bling from the palette, but it was not really paying me the color that I really wanted. Because it was a foiled eyeshadow, I went ahead and I used my finger, and you can see it was really popping because the warmth of your fingers melts the foiled eyeshadows and it just doubles its pigment. So yeah, that's what I did here. Here I've taken the shade Ballsy on a flat brush, and I'm just applying it where two of the shades are meeting, just to give it that dimension. It's a really pretty rose gold shade. Here I'm applying the shade Rockstar where the two shades are meeting, just to give it that transition effect. And I'm using my most favorite brush these days. It's by Morphe. I believe it's called a 504. I will write it down below in the description box. Do not forget to check it out. And I am just applying a tiny amount, wherever it's needed, just to give it that like transitioning effect. And it's really pretty, as you can see, and so pigmented also. Liner time, and my all-time favorite NYX liquid matte liner. I am quickly rushing through this part because I really wanted to try out the concealer and I couldn't wait. I was just going through it, and the next part would be concealer. You guys, this is the moment you all been waiting for. This is Huda Beauty's Over Concealer that I'm applying for the first time ever. So my reaction to it would be purest and 100% honest. First of all, it feels great on the eyes. The applicator is so cold, it just gives you that soothing effect. And second of all, a little goes a long way. You do not want to keep pushing the tube to have the product come out, because a little goes a long way. You do not need a lot of it. You just apply a tiny bit of the concealer, and that is more than enough. I believe you do not even need half the amount of the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer that you would normally use. Okay, so I went ahead and used my concealer brush by Sigma. I listed down below the name and the number, just because Huda Beauty also came out with the brushes to apply the concealer with, but I was really not a fan of that brush, so I did not really invest in it, and I used this brush, and then I went with my beauty blender just to make sure that there are no streaky lines. And honestly, I didn't really need to, but I still did it. And the second more important thing that you must also be noticing is the fact that the concealer shade is a bit too light on my face, which normally I wouldn't mind, but I think my foundation was also darker, so it's popping more. But I will definitely be getting the shade Coconut Flakes, and this shade I will just keep to brighten my under eye area. And this shade also is very pigmented. I used the light neutral from Tarte Shape Tape, so that's what I was really hoping for, but it was a bit too light. This product is insanely pigmented, you guys. A little goes a long way. I literally covered my entire face with that amount, and I was super impressed. Using the M504 brush and applying the shade Rockstar again on my lower lash line and blending it. Took the shade Glitz and Glam on a flat brush and I'm just applying it on the inner corners of my eyes just to brighten it up. I did not use any translucent powder. I did not need to. It dried into a pretty matte finish. To give it that extra effect, I applied the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Voodoo on my waterline. Morphe's 9B palette, I'm applying the shade Mauve Pink. You guys know that I love my blushes. I love the 9B palette. It has all the shades that you need in the pink range. Just to line my lips, I'm using NYX Nectar. It doesn't really matter which shade of lip liner you're using if you're going to be using a darker lipstick. I love this shade by Anastasia Beverly Hills. The name is Vintage and it's the liquid lipstick and I am applying it and I'm obsessed. I cannot have enough of this shade. I wish I could apply it every day, but very rarely this happens that you do this kind of a makeup look that you get to use such pretty colors of lips. I love it. Look is not done until I apply this beautiful highlighter by Jeffree Star. It's the Skin Frost in King Tut. I am obsessed, you guys. I'm applying this beautiful highlighter by Sigma's fan brush and it just looks like it's melted on your skin. Yay, we're all done. How do you guys like it? You guys love it? Thank you for watching. More pictures are coming on my Instagram.